Hey guys, Pluto here with
Ocelote.
Ocelote from Team SK. He pretty much doesn't need no introduction, but I'll let him do it anyway. He is a mid-lane player for Team SK, and he's coming off of a series of defeats in the group stages, which is, it's rough on any team, but I feel like maybe it was rough on you a little bit more in particular because you did have a lot of emotion. You had a lot riding on the games. And I'd just like for you to let us know just what was going through your head during these group stages. You guys had a very emotional victory for the EU Regionals, coming in second place. It was really amazing. So you had a lot riding on your shoulders, and how did you deal with it, and how do you feel now losing in the group stages, sadly?
Well, it's like the whole year, you know, you're like every single solo queue game you play when you're tired, every single like when you wake up like early to play more and stuff, it was like just because of this moment, you know. It's like one day you throw it to the garbage because like before coming, 2 weeks before coming, people wasn't able to train. Like everything screwed up, you know. And then in the important day, which was today, I normally play tournaments so well. I'm really frank about it. But today I didn't, and I really feel sad about it. Like it was my worst day probably of, I don't know, the last 3 months. I don't know. It was horrible. Like I couldn't outplay the mid laners. I was just even, you know. And being even, you don't normally win. And I'm just gonna blame myself a lot. Like I'm really hard on myself right now. And yeah, it actually today was the day. You know, we had to show stuff and we didn't because we didn't have it. I will be frank. Like we are just worse than the teams that beaten us. Have to work more, I guess.
Now, in the future, SK, obviously, you guys aren't stopping here. This isn't going to be the end. You guys still want to play and still compete for Season 3, try to qualify for that, correct? What are your... You qualified already, of course, because you guys were there. What are the plans for the future of SK? Do you guys just batten down the hatches? Do you train relentlessly and try to do well in the Season 3 Championship Series?
Well, the idea is, I was being, these last months, I was like being so, let's say, weak, you know, in terms of like, I didn't want to kick anybody, you know, I didn't want to like swap anybody or whatever. For any reason, I was like taking it so cool, you know. Yeah. When somebody doesn't show up for training, I'm like, hey, come on, man, let's try to, you know. But I think that was a mistake by me. And I'm pretty sure things are going to change for sure. In terms of like, if we are like at 7 p.m., we gotta play a scrim against whoever. Whoever is not at that point will receive a warning, and then just gotta get kicked. You know, it's how it works. You know, and if things don't work like that, you're gonna go to the next event totally fucked.
Yeah, understandable. I feel like
training, that's it.
Yeah, you're starting to treat it more like a job. I mean, it's your livelihood. Like you said, you've trained the past year for this moment. It didn't work out for you, so maybe you need to kick the tires a little bit. You need to look at your roster, maybe see what's going on there. But at the same time, you did put a lot of pressure on yourself, which is kind of rough.
I think actually the roster we got is really good, and it has a lot of potential. Every player is good, and it's not the roster. It's not the lineup the problem, you know. And if you ask me right now, will you change anybody? I would say no right away. But the problem is the dedication, you know, the dedication people has. I mean, people has priorities, you know, and if League of Legends Season 3 is not your priority, then, I mean, it's not up to me, you know. I will just make the question. You guys, one by one, you Kevin, whoever, Kevin, Aaron, Yellow, you want to be a professional gamer? If the answer is yes, it has to be your priority. It's your work, it's your job. If the answer is no, it's understandable, you know. I will give them the chance to say yes or no. That's the thing. And if they say yes, keep in mind, I got in mind to like have a SK gaming house. I will set it up, everything for the next year. It's gonna happen, and I'm gonna make sure like at least 4 days a week, 3-4 days a week, we're gonna be together in that house. It's just gonna happen for sure. And whoever is not available to do it, you know, it's up to him.
No, you talk a lot about yourself, you know, like the pressure you put on yourself. You're going to set up the gaming house. You're going to do all this stuff. You know, as such a prolific streamer and as kind of, I would say, the face of the European, you know, the Spanish kind of market, you know, everyone knows Ocelote, everyone loves you. How have you dealt with that kind of pressure, that kind of popularity? I mean, do people recognize you out and about? Are you just mobbed by fans all the time? Or how does that work out for you personally?
Well, actually, like when I get swarmed, it's like I love it, you know. I mean, yeah, it's one of the reasons I do this for. So, when I come to a tournament and I know like everybody's watching me and stuff, I know that, you know. I know like a lot of fan base, a lot of guys from home, from here, like watching SK, just coming here only for SK or for me, you know. And then we like play like shit and do a 0-3 in the group stage. Then you feel really bad, you know, because it's not about putting pressure on yourself. It's about you want your fans to feel good, you know. If you don't win, they're gonna feel horrible, and I feel embarrassed and ashamed, basically for them, you know. Talking about me and my team before tournaments, I always say, yeah, we gotta win or this and that, because you wanna engage it. You wanna engage it properly. But on the other hand, I knew inside of me that the chances to go through on our group were really weak because our training skills just fucked up. You know, we didn't train enough. And if I'm really frank, before the tournament, I knew we were the worst team of the group. I would never say that before the tournament, but now that we are out, I would just say clearly we were the worst.
It's definitely big of you to admit. You know, it takes a big man to admit that, you know, you guys just weren't the best at that time. You know, it's very, very nice of you. What would you say about Reggie's back there flipping people off? Whoa. Reggie's being a jerk over there. Anyway, so 0-3 in the group stages. It's sad. You know, it's disappointing. Like you said, you're ashamed.
It never happened to me in any game. It never happened to me in any
game. No, tell me what did happen to those games. Like where was the turning point in each of those games?
Well, at Super Frost, top lane was Sinch. They played Sinch. Was extremely destroyed, and because we didn't know how to react. You know, we had a really bad setup against Sinch, and I was like, even though I was a little bit behind in mid lane because that Anivia is just sick. I was like, I will try to help top. Let's see if we can like kill him, you know, and give my top lane a kill. I tried it like 3 times and lost a lot of farm and tower damage in mid lane. That made the game totally destroyed, basically. Like then Anivia snowball. Apart from that, I couldn't snowball with Karus. It's just everything went wrong. Then the second game against CLG, for me, that game was so won, you cannot imagine. But a miscommunication in between us. We were like, RNA was defending, and he didn't say that we missed the turret. Nobody knew, only him. Really? He didn't say that, and we were like, lack of information, you know? Yeah, miscommunication. Yeah, exactly. We wanted to end, but we didn't know that he was like getting all the turrets and shit. So, in the third game, we're at the very beginning, we were actually winning, and then bottom lane got totally destroyed by ganks. Nothing we could do because when AD carry snowballs, it's rough. Yeah, it is.
Now, just as a sign off, you know, I would like to offer you the chance to, you know, if you'd like to say anything, of course, to your fans, to your family back home, to everyone who supports you. I know, like you said, you're ashamed, but you still have reason to hold your head high. You know, you're still a fantastic player, you're a fantastic guy, and you're really, really a prolific streamer, you're a prolific player, and everyone seems to love you. So I'd like to give you the chance to just kind of thank all them, say what you will, and give your peace of mind.
Well, Season 2 is over for me. That's the truth. I got last. Actually, well deserved. And the only thing I can say is that if this year I worked this hard for this day, the next year I will work this hard for this day. And in 1 year we'll meet here again, hopefully.
I definitely hope we can see you there next year at the Season 3 World Championships. But is there any shout-outs you'd like to give, perhaps, to your family, Twitter, Facebook, anything like that?
Yeah, of course, my fans, man. Everybody, it's funny because everybody tells me, any shout-out to sponsors and stuff? I never give shout-outs to sponsors in interviews. It's always to the fans. So everything goes for them, and I'm sorry for having a 0-3 today. They don't deserve that at all. And what can I say, man? It's going to be better the next one.
There you go. We all look forward to it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We hope to see you in the Season 3 Championship Series and at the World Series. Thanks again, once again. Ocelote, Pluto. Catch you next time.